News, I'm Ben Thomas. President Trump's threatening to ramp up his trade war, this time with sharp tariffs on European alcohol. Saka Magani has the latest.
The European Union's planning a 50% tariff on American whiskey as retaliation for the president's steel and aluminum tariffs. The president says if that happens, he'll put a 200% import tax on European wine, champagne, and spirits.
We're not going to bend. We've been ripped off as a country for many, many years.
It's another stage of the nearly daily tariff drama, but the one over alcohol could have fast impacts the public would see. The cost for a bottle of Italian Prosecco could go from $15 to $45. Wine distributors and shop owners worry about massive impacts, and European Commission spokesman Olaf Gills urging the president to negotiate an end to tariffs.
They bring nothing but lose-lose outcomes.
Sagar Magani, Washington.
That fed another rough day for stocks. The S&P lost 1.4%, finishing more than 10% below its record high set just last month. The Dow fell 537 points to 1.3%, while the Nasdaq lost 2%. On the war in Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin says he agrees in principle with a U.S. proposal for a 30-day ceasefire, but he's emphasized terms are yet to be worked out. President Trump.
He put out a very promising statement, but it wasn't complete. And yeah, I'd love to meet with him or talk to him, but we have to get it over with fast.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Putin is essentially preparing to reject the ceasefire. A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to rehire thousands of probationary workers let go in mass firings across multiple agencies. And a new report finds at least 112 North American bird species have lost more than half their populations in the past 50 years. This is AP News. Foreign aid cuts having an impact in Ethiopia's Tigray region.
Ethiopian government restrictions on the rebellious region reduced aid flows to a trickle. U.S. and UN aid distributions of grain have been scattered. Disaster Risk Management Director Gebra Hilwat Gesber-Geber says that aid is vital.
If it is cut for the next time, already 1.4 million or 1.2 million individuals put at risk.
76-year-old Haile Sege has been displaced because of the fighting in Tigray. He says they informed us that the assistance will be halted for the next 3 months. We have come to the grim realization that we are facing death. Sege also says we will just die in silence. 2.4 million people there are depending on humanitarian grain, most provided by the U.S. I'm Ed Donahue.
And I'm Ben Thomas, AP News. Thanks for listening.
That's right, JJ, and everybody else out there. Ooh, look at that guy. He's flashing his lights. Does that mean that DPS is waiting for them on the other side? Those are not hazard lights. Holy smokes, can you believe it? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You're looking live down at Beach Road right now here in Oleai as traffic is looking mighty fine. Now, it might not always be that way, but this is your first look at traffic right out in front of us right here. We're going to give you a real quick run around the island real quick to let you know how traffic is. As you can see out there, there's a lot of cars, but it's not slow. That's because there's 2 lanes open in each direction in Beach Road in Oleai. That's right. Finally, you come around. Oh yeah, that's some great singing. We better put that to bed. Hey, anyway, that is great. And that's why those cars are moving. Take a look at how green the roads look in terms of traffic flow out here in the Marianas on Saipan, and that is great. It even looks good out there in front of IT&E, the intersection that matters, where connections matter. I-T&E's right on the corner of the CMG and Middle Road, and it's looking mighty good. Again, right out in front of us here on Beach Road, it's looking good, and we're scrolling through. I mean, it looks great. This is the time you want to go to work, folks. You want to get to work early. That's the best way to do it. I know. My boss tells me to. I know, believe me. But if you want to save yourself all kinds of headaches and hassles, get to work early in the morning. Look at that. Even coming down as Perdido as I fight through a yawn all the way down to the mobile station and subway down. It's looking pretty good. How about Guangdong Hardware? Guangdong Hardware is looking just fine. It's just a little slow, a little bit of a delay there, but not too bad. It's looking good over there by Saipan International School and by Food Stamp. Food Stamp's looking pretty good too, so that's good plus. That's how you know that we are moving in the right direction. Let's keep going all the way down past Maddie's Barbecue. Man, can you drive past there and not get hungry? I don't think it's possible, but I love that place. All right, anyway, over at the intersection by Shell Dan, you can see it's starting to heat up. Nothing crazy yet, but it's moving in that direction. Everything's fine over there by NMC as well. Even the folks coming from Dan trying to get out through San Vicente are moving just fine. As we move past San Vicente Elementary School, looking nice and clear. Again, it's still early. This is why you want to go now. Over there through Papago by the old Botanical Garden, it's looking pretty good. It's even looking good over there in Cagman. How about the Rodeo Drive of Capitol Hill? Yes, it is a little bit slow as people make their way to Capitol Hill Market, New Sarah Market, and ZU Market. Yes, I know. That is the fancy shopping district. We call it the Capitol Merienda. Hey, people coming up and down Capitol Hill, though, from Middle Road, it's a little bit slow on your way up the hill as you go past the old Vescor, the old Coffee Care. Remember that place? Oh, man, it might have been a little expensive, but it was a nice place to go. Anyway, it's a little slow in that region right now. Everywhere up north, though, is okay. How about Puerto Rico? Looking okay. It's a little bit slow for some reason out in front of, but the turn over there by Industrial Drive. I don't know why it's a little bit slow looking there, but it's all right. The intersection by the tennis courts looks okay. Even the approach to Garapan Elementary is looking just fine. Where it gets a little hairy, though, is at JG Sablon, Ice and Water. That intersection's got traffic all over the place, so don't expect to go fast through there anytime in the next 30 minutes. All right, how about the rest of Middle Road? It's a little hairy over there at the Gualo-Rai intersection. Probably just had someone taking a left or a right and slowed down a little bit. But then, making your way south, it gets a little ugly once you pass by Shell because it's slow in both directions all the way down to Quartermaster, and then it picks up again all the way back home. All right, well, that's your first look at traffic here in Saipan. Not too bad. Tobot says, just a heads up, the 2 lanes will be open only for today. It'll be back down to 1 lane for another 4 months. Oh, gosh. I hope that's not the case, man. I really hope that's not the case. Anyway, we're, at least for today, we're doing okay. Speaking of today, great to have you with us today. You're all caught up now with your traffic and your weather. How about traffic and your sports? Nope, we didn't do sports yet either. We're going to get to that. But let's talk about, we got you traffic and news from the AP, but let's get you caught up with weather. Speaking of which, we're going to have Brandon Aidlet on from the National Weather Service with us in about a half an hour. But right now, we're looking at 79 degrees here in Saipan. Humidity's at 88%. And hey, got some light rain. It's sprinkling around in different places. Right now, right out in front of us, it's just fine. But there's a little bit of it out there today. And we're looking at that throughout the day today. Partly sunny skies, high near 86. Winds going to be gusting all the way up to 23 miles per hour and a 30% chance of rain. And as Landon tells us, that means it's going to rain. Just be ready for it. How about this weekend? It gets better this weekend, though. It says mostly sunny skies for Saturday and Sunday. It'll be a moderate breeze, gusts as high. It doesn't even talk about the gusts, but it says the winds are going to get up to about 16 miles per hour. So that's Saturday and Sunday, so it should be nice. However, we do have a high surf advisory in effect through tomorrow evening and a rip current statement in effect through tomorrow evening. So if you're getting out there on east-facing exposures, be careful. And if you're out there by any of the channels, be careful as well, especially if you're going to be out there in Sugar Dock. It doesn't take long before that rip can just pull you right out there. The key thing is, though, don't try to fight it. Don't fight it. Just swim. Don't swim against the rip. Swim parallel to the shore, and it'll get you out of it. Wave your hands and yell if you can, and eventually, though, stay parallel to the shore, and hopefully somebody's going to be able to get you, or you'll get out of the rip and be able to make your way back in. So key is, again, don't fight it. You're not going to beat it. It's going to gash you out, and that's not a good thing. All right, well, good morning, everybody. Louisa, definitely. Oh, my gosh. Little League resumes tomorrow. Can you believe it? Yes. Saipan Little League Baseball is back. I'm not talking about the guys who got it going last year. No. I'm talking the official Saipan Little League. Like send guys to the World Series kind of Little League. We are back, and it's awesome. Big ceremony. Everything starts tomorrow. Louisa, who is so passionate about baseball, she's one of the board members as well, and they are bringing it back. So exciting. Tough thing for me, there's also a triathlon in the morning, and I'm in it. I know. I'm pushing myself a little bit. So my thing will start a little bit earlier, and afterwards I'll try to get down there, hopefully in time for the opening ceremony, and catch at least the beginning parts of some of the games and all that stuff. But it's so exciting that Little League Baseball is back in Saipan. It's so much fun, and it's a long day, I'll tell you what, for those organizers. So give them a lot of love. Those guys are there all freaking day, and it's a long one. Those guys doing the press box stuff, the guys who are doing all the score sheets. It's so much work. For you guys, yeah, you get to go out there and watch your kids play for a couple hours, right, and enjoy it. These guys are there watching all your kids and making sure that your kids have that experience that you had growing up or that you wish you had growing up. They got the umpires, they got the coaches, the managers, the parents. Oh my gosh, it's so good, really. It's so great, and it's such a big part of our culture out here. It's baseball. And I love watching Little League Baseball. It's so much fun. One of the things I like the best is the special batter. It's the batter that each team gets their special batter just before their first at-bats of the game. And it's usually a kid that's just too young to play, but, you know, maybe the pitcher will just toss them a ball. They'll hit it, round the bases, come in. I love it when the kids take full advantage and they go in and slide on home plate. Like, that's my favorite. It is great. I also love it when they've got kids who normally don't get to have the full run of participation in the sports, where you get some of the kids who might have some developmental disabilities, and they are the ones who become the special batter for the teams. Absolutely love it. The joy on the faces. Oh man, it'll melt the coldest heart in an instant. So anyway, you could go and watch that tomorrow over there at Tom Gayfield. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a heck of a day for baseball tomorrow as the youth stuff resumes. So great to see all you guys. Yeah, but tomorrow, also in the morning, I'm going to be doing the triathlon. The Triathlon Association of the CNMI resuming with their Enticer races. I did the swim the first time. I did the bike the second time. This one, I guess maybe I should just do the run. No, screw it. I'm doing the whole thing. And I'm looking forward to that as well. I predict some legs that are going to be asking me, like, what the hell are you doing? What were you thinking? Are you nuts? Yeah, I think you are. So anyway, yeah, you know what? I could probably pull that up now, right? Just the video, real quick video that we had. Where is it? For baseball. It was just a little preview. It wasn't anything too crazy. But let's see if we can't reel that up for you. All the basics about what's going on for baseball. Can I share it with you real quick? I think you can. There. Yep, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We've got it. You got all your folks right there. Well, now it's going to replay again. But that is it. The opening of Little League tomorrow. All the teams going to be out there. 9 o'clock. Tonco Baseball Field is for the big ceremony. You can see it here. I'm just going to, can I pause it? Yeah, there you go. You got your presidents, Ray Umel, your vice president, Annie Flores, your treasurer, Pete Tenorio, your secretary, Luisa Cabrera, who is that lady? Your player agent, Delena Uggen, and your safety officer is Mike Leon Guerrero. Those are your volunteers, not getting paid to go out there and prepare the sports for your kids to give them a great opportunity at life that starts with baseball. Anyway, we don't need to keep that going over and over and over again. It's going to be fine. Anyway, there we go. There, it's playing anyway. All right, guys. So that's what's happening. What do we got? It says, happy 16th birthday to our nephew, Isaiah de la Cruz, out there in Washington State. Happy birthday, Isaiah. 16 years old, man. Oh, gosh. I can't remember my 16th birthday. That was a good year for me. That was junior year in high school, right? Yeah, because senior year, I turned 17 in my senior year in November. How about that? My goodness. Well, anyway, it's not about me there. That's about you, Isaiah. So happy birthday to you, Isaiah de la Cruz. Louisa, who's that? This is great. This is a great start. And boy, I was trying to explain last night. We had our VFW meeting, and great turnout. If you're not already a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars and you're eligible, please get yourself registered with us. Sign up. And here's the best part. We're starting something new. Normally what we've done, because there's so many people who come in and out, they fly through. We try to get the military folks whenever they're here and get them up for life membership. Well, life membership's not cheap. No, can we give you a discount? Absolutely, we can. We can knock off, if you end up signing up for a life membership with our local post, we can knock off $100. But we're offering local folks now, it's there, if you want to be an annual member and you're eligible, $25. We get you set up. Just so you can see it, feel, experience it for a year, see what you think. If you want to keep staying on that annual membership, hey, we'll take it. But if you want to sign up for a life membership after that, then we'll try to get you all set up also. Again, it's the VFW Saipan, post 3457. Great stuff. Where like last night, again, we work together as a team and as an organization. Last night, I'm really excited about a couple of the decisions that we ended up making to support our buddies from Project Buddy Check 670. We're going to be working together to move forward and create this a great woodworking opportunity for some of our local vets. That's going to be really cool. And the other thing is we approved helping out one of the local Little League teams who wants to do some stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. So, yeah, we're little, but we're growing. And we would definitely love to have you on there. If you're a veteran, you're watching, and you're eligible, I'm telling you, it's not just like, yeah, we'd like to have you. No, dude, we need you. We need you to be a member of our post. We got some of the brothers now that are coming out and being a part of it, and it's great. Holy cow, Tony Beneventi, great to see you. Man, that's great to see you. That is awesome. Good to see you on there. Mary Lou, great to see you this morning. Glenn Hunter, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Let me get through and catch up with everybody. Tobat Castro, the Tint Man from Dan, Mr. Shady Solutions, great to see you. Luisa, oh, it's not like I don't see you every single day. It's so great to have you on here. Thanks so much for tuning in. John William, I got your message. You see my reply about the music from Parker. Great to see you this morning. Madonna, are you the Madonna? Hey, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Who else do we got? Eric Mafnas, good morning. Great to see you. Barbara Sablon, thank you for tuning in. Good morning. Who else do we got out here? Oh, Annie Sablon, thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Good morning. And man, I'll tell you, we had a wild week. a wild week. I think that's conservative to say that we had a pretty conservative week. Conservatively speaking, we had a pretty wild week. Nothing conservative about this week. With all the stories. And so what I was getting to initially before I got into the VFW is while I was at VFW after our meeting, I was trying to explain to one of the guys what this week on the show has been like with all the stories that we were covered and all the heavy stuff that we were dealing with. And it's like, that is not a normal week. It was great and it was fun. All right, so let's give you a little bit about what's going on today. So the DOD folks wrapped up yesterday. They're actually in Tinian right now. They're going to be flying back to all their points south and east of us. I don't think anyone's west of us. Oh, excuse me. Unless somebody came in from Japan or Korea. I think everybody's from Hawaii or the mainland or Guam. And then, they're leaving Tinian. They had a little town hall yesterday. And continuing to let people know about what's going on out here. Man, interesting stuff that there's going to be some stuff happening out in Rhoda as well. And there's some ideas for things in Rhoda. No, nothing crazy, but more Air Force kind of stuff. And we're going to learn more about that as it continues to develop. But I'm looking forward to getting that info and sending it out to you. What else do we got? Today, 10 o'clock. Over at the Kiosku. Now, we got a heads up from Tina Palacios. We saw her at the post office a couple of days ago, and she was like, hey, you need to get out there. There's going to be a ceremony. I'm like, all right, well, what's it going to be? So it's the 16th commemoration dedicated to the solemn remembrance, recognition, and honor of the local homegrown leaders memorialized at the Kiosku in CK over there by the CK Post Office. It says the leaders were part of the Spanish, German, Japanese, naval administrations and trust territory era. It's going to start at 10 o'clock. So we'll be there today and we'll stream that for you. I don't think I've ever been there for a ceremony. So maybe that's not just me. Maybe that's you as well. So we'll broadcast live. I hope it doesn't rain during that part. Keep your fingers crossed that it doesn't rain for that part. Oh, yeah, Kim is back also. That's something, by the way, speaking of Kim, next week we're going to meet with her. She's going to meet with all the veterans. Okay, halfway to the office now. Great. Let me know when. All right, so that was Landon messaging us, just saying, hey, oh, no. He was just letting me know that that was happening. What is this one? All right. Well, anyway, yeah. So sorry, just checking another message that we got in there. Threw me off for a little bit on that one. Okay, Landon said he's in about 5 minutes. So that's good. So we'll get him on there as soon as he's ready. I know he's got a full slate too. So we've got that. But speaking of which, next week we got Kimberly King Hines, our U.S. representative for the House of Representatives. We're going to be meeting with her with representatives from the different veterans groups. We met with her about a month ago. And this is going to be a little bit of a follow-up. And so this time it's going to be a bigger group. Last time when we met in her office, and kind of her office is great. Her staff, great. The space, not so big. So this time we're going to meet at a bigger venue. We're going to have a little bite to eat too, and discuss some of the issues and all that stuff. So it is limited. So it's got members of VFW and Project Buddy Check 670. We're able to get 10 for each, and those are already filled up. But if you're interested, send me a message, and I'll see if I can't get you in there. This one's just a veterans meeting, and these are for the two groups, the only two organized groups of vets that we know that we got right now. So, so that's what she was opening it up for. So we got it. So it's good. And if you can't make it, and you're a veteran, and you got a burning question that you want to ask, send it to us, and we'll try to get it out there. But yeah, we just saw the video of Kim making her way back to the CNMI, and it's great to see that she's back here and pounding the streets, going out there. She doesn't just run for office. She runs probably to her office. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, okay, maybe not. I mean, she probably goes home, cleans up, and all that stuff too. But she could. She ran to the polls. I know that. And from where her house is here, it's not even that long of a run for her. Like, it's not that long. If it's not a half marathon, I mean, she could roll out of bed and knock out a half marathon anytime. It's too bad, by the way, that she didn't get to compete last weekend, because she is one of our local homegrown runners who is just a force to be reckoned with. She probably could have won the half marathon at least, depending on what run that she was going to do. But she's such a great runner and a great marathoner, great long distance runner. And like I said, it's too bad she wasn't here for it, because that would be a first for the CNMI to have your local representative for U.S. Congress running in those races here. So, well, she's got another year to do it. And I mean, who knows? I don't know how long she's got plans on even being interested in the position that she's taking, because she said that she was thinking, she's like, hey, I'm not in here for the time. I'm not here for just to have it. I'm here to get stuff done. So, we'll see. We'll see what's next. We'll see what's next. Peeling Gazette Mo. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you today. Great to see you this morning. All right, so I'm going to give you a heads up. This is for next week, but I'm going to put it on the old share screen for you so you guys can see it. This is it. Pew. I just need to zoom in. There's going to be a joint public hearing. By the way, that's why last night there was a public hearing at CUC. I would have streamed that live for you guys, but I had the VFW meeting, and it was an important meeting for us. It was one where we nominate the officers for the coming year. All right, but there is a joint public hearing next Friday. It's going to be at the House of Representatives, and when they do the joint public hearing, that means the Senate's going to be involved in there too. So who's going to be in it? This is all about this is the Standing Committee on Resources for Economic Development and Workforce, and it's basically about this whole trade stuff that's been in the press lately. So you're going to have House and Senate members there. It's going to be pretty packed, and it's going to be next Friday. So we'll stream it live for you, and you'll be able to catch all of this as they hear testimony from all these folks. The proposed new lease for the Marianas Resort and Spa. Big deal. Are you interested in having somebody do something with this property? Yes. Who wants to do it? It's going to be Eland, Coral Ocean Point, PIC, Kensington. That's what they've got right now. They're the ones who opened up that, was it NC Picks in Garapan? They're the ones who opened up Ojaz in Garapan, and they continue to reinvest in the CNMI. They're not tied to any of this negative stuff, and they do a lot of marketing for the CNMI in Korea, their number one market. And now they are looking at getting the Marianas Resort and Spa. Don't get me started about why Marianas Resort and Spa has sat vacant. It's all because of IPI and that crazy influence they had on us. All right. Did I just start myself on it? Yeah, I did. But that's what it was. They basically said at the time, the public lands head and the legislators who were all the ones who were in cahoots with IPI and with the party, all forced out, essentially, the legacy business that was there for 40 years. They said, we're going to make it easy for IPI by even changing the terms of their lease by saying, or their agreement for the sole source casino license by saying, hey, guess what? You don't even have to build the new hotel all from scratch. You can also take advantage of existing properties, which was not part of the deal when they first came in and they were bidding for it. So by doing that, then IPI ended up saying, well, while you guys figure this out, we'll just maintain the property for a year. And I guess they kind of did. In the whole meantime, the company goes to pot, the property goes to pot. The people ended up using that place as a quarantine hotel, and they experienced what happens when you leave it sitting. All the mold and nastiness and all that stuff. A massive failure by our public lands. And now we got somebody who's looking to invest in the CNMI who's not IPI related. I think it's great. Elon's done nothing but continuously invest in the CNMI. Now, yeah, is it fair to say that all their promotions haven't been really locally friendly? Yeah, I would say that. But I think that at least at the start, but they're starting to come around a little bit. You know, they were more about catering to their tourists. And then when they realized we need to get more into our local market and create promotions for the locals, then it started turning around a little bit. I mean, Kensington's pretty pricey anyway, right? But it's a nice place. And they're starting to come around, and they have for a couple of years. I think the pandemic kind of hastened their transition to a more of a local focus. But now they want to extend what they've got to the Marianas Resort and Spa. I'm all for it, especially when I heard that some of the provisions included, you know, of course, taking care of that golf course. So they'll have two. Hopefully it'd be very nice. And we could really use another golf course in Saipan after seeing what's happening to Kingfisher is like quiet quitting on itself. I don't know how that place is still open, but I'm glad it's there. But losing Marianas Country Club to the overgrowth and everything, it's going to take a lot to get that back. But I'm more excited about the provision in the lease to fix that pool and have a 50-meter pool in the CNMI again, because we need it. We absolutely need that pool. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Our guys are still doing okay, but we don't have a public pool in the CNMI. Would essentially be it. I would still love it to be reframed where you got like park rangers from public lands or from Parks and Rec to be the ones who do it. But in lieu of that, at least if they're going to be the ones in charge of it, and it's for public use, I'm all for that too. I used to love going up there for swim practice. Good morning, Connie. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you, for sure. All right, hold on. What am I missing here? Am I missing one of you guys? I am. Hold on. Sorry, I got another message that came in. I think that's from our man. He's ready to go. So let's give him a ring. And let's get down on our weather here. So let me get up the guest cam, see if that's ready to go. Oh, I got to change the title and name now. Here we go. This one. All right, that should do it so that we're going to be all set to go. Once I get him in here. Hold on. Just calling Landon, getting him all set. Where are you? We got more stuff coming up after this, too. But first, let's get our guy on the phone here, Landon Aylett, National Weather Service. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, there he is. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
All right, hold on. I need to raise the volume over here, and I need to try to get you on the screen so that everybody else can see you. I can see you, but nobody else can right now.
and I can see you.
Oh, shucks. All right, let's try this again. Where are you? Well, maybe. I know what it is. Hold on.
Maybe.
No. Well, we have Landon on the phone with us. Now we just need to get him on the screen with us. All right, we're going to figure this out, Landon. I don't know why it's not giving me what I need here, but I have a end around for this thing. So let me do this.
Technology, your best friend and worst nightmare.
You know, it usually works. Oh, I got it now. All right, so now I just need to put you up a little bit higher on the list of priorities. Oh, there we are. I got you there. And now let me get this guy up here. All right, I am, for everybody who's watching us and watching me fumble greatly with this, they're going to be amazed. There we go, Landon Alipp, National Weather Service. He's on the phone with us right now. Thanks so much for tuning in. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. It sounds like it's been a very busy week up there. Of course, it's always a busy week in the region.
Man, you don't know I mean, maybe you do, but I'll tell you what, it's been wild. It has been an absolute wild ride for us this past week. It's been great.
Well, I see the weather out there looks fantastic over your shoulder. It looks like a great beach day over there, kind of, at least weather-wise. And so, yeah, it's beautiful weather out there, but the seas and the surf, that's just been our broken record theme of the year so far, typical for this time of the year. And I'm going to turn my camera around, show you what we're looking at. Yeah, there's a big picture. This was the graphic we put out on Tuesday with the regional weekly weather outlook. And we had that shear line just dropping down right over the CNMI that was dropping down from Pagan to Anatahan as of Tuesday. And then it came down to just over Saipan, right around Saipan Tinian, and now it's starting to drift northward. And so we have these winds coming from the east to the south, and to the north of it, the winds are coming from the northeast, and so they converge. And where they converge, that's where you have that tight little band of showers and maybe some thunderstorms in right conditions with these shear lines, but otherwise very gusty winds. And so we've seen those stronger gusty winds primarily along and north of that boundary. So the northern islands, the Northern Mariana Islands, saw a lot more wind than what Saipan and Tinian saw. So they were pretty moderate the last several days for Saipan. But if that thing had dropped toward Rota or Guam, we probably would have seen quite a bit more gusty winds across Saipan and Tinian the last couple of days. But that is now retreating to the north, and I'm switching over to my other screen now. Just some spotty showers right around Saipan and Tinian, and a few showers near Rota and Guam. Nothing much to speak of. So the official forecast does call for about 30% coverage of showers today. And these are just spotty trade wind showers. You're not going to see any kind of flooding or problems with that. But up north, we're looking at Pagan now. That's where that shear line boundary is. And you see that uptick in clouds, and that it's kind of a linear boundary. It's starting to break apart. So we're seeing the shear line is decaying. It's becoming more clustered. And then otherwise, it's just going to be a lot of trade winds through the weekend, more sun than clouds and showers, but a lot of trade winds. And so the seas and surf will be up. We do have a number of advisories in effect, a small craft advisory for larger combined seas across the CNMI, also a high surf advisory and a high risk of rip currents, particularly for north and east facing reefs. That's going to be the theme across Guam and the CNMI through the weekend. So watch out if you're going to be at the beach this weekend, especially playing in the Grotto. That's one of my favorite places, but it might be rocking and rolling up there with that north swell and also an east swell, that trade wind swell.
Well, whenever they use terms like swell, the surfing guys and gals are all excited because we don't have. I know you guys have pretty legitimate surfing over there, but here the surf spots are only in a couple of places, and it's only when it's good.
Yep, and you ideally want that long period swell without a lot of the wind chop. And so the wind is going to be there. It's going to be a factor. The north swell, that is going to be there, but the farther east you go, and I'm talking about Eastern Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, that's where your best swell potential will be. And that's what we're watching for now. We had that full moon cycle. That was yesterday. We had the full moon. And so we do have the higher high tides and the lower low tides, typical with the moon phase. And so we were communicating yesterday the potential for some inundation in the Marshall Islands. where they could see much higher tides, and also with the large north swell that was building in yesterday, some inundation. And so I did get a report from Jalowitz. So if anyone in the CNMI have friends and family in Jalowit, there was some inundation reported at the airport. And I think based on the way the airport extends from southwest to northeast, that was more of a trade wind swell just being brought up on over shore from the higher high tides. And so I've not had any reports from the larger north swell that's been all these winds packing behind the shear line and frontal boundary up to our north. But that's what we're going to be on alert for in the Marshall Islands the next couple of days.
Well, if you end up getting some photos or videos of stuff like that, send them our way.
Absolutely.
That was great. Yeah, I saw that about those. Oh yeah. So we just had a question. Someone said inundation ? You want to explain a little bit about it?
Yeah, the inundation. I'm trying to figure out if I have any good graphics on hand, but right now I do not have it. But let me turn my camera around and I'll show you what we're looking at weather-wise. So we're gonna leave the CNMI, and my gosh, if we could travel this fast, in reality, that would be amazing. I'm gonna turn the clouds down just a little bit. But so here we have Madro, and so we had that large storm system across the North Pacific that came off of Japan. And so when these storm systems, they don't make it all the way down to our region. So the weather's going to be great, but those storm systems, and I can't quite get this information to come up here. There we go. So we have that storm system over here. It's approaching Central Pacific, and we have that cold frontal boundary that comes down into the tropics right about Wake Island here, and then it continues to the shear line. So a shear line is a decaying cold front that no longer has that cold frontal characteristics, with the volatile weather and the cold weather behind it and the warmer weather ahead of it. So we have that shear line, but behind that we have a lot of strong winds behind that boundary, and it's pushing down. So we may or may not ever see those winds down here, depending if that boundary comes down. But those winds over the open water, that's a lot of fetch. And so where you have a large area of water with a large area of strong winds, that's where you generate your wind waves, and over a period of time and distance, it becomes swell. Those swell eventually make it down to the islands. And so that's what we're seeing happen across the Marshall Islands, which is right here. And so we have a lot of north swell coming there. And so when you have that larger swell with those longer periods, you get beautiful surf heights. And when it's free of the winds, those are the surfers' dream come true, for that long period, beautiful swell and surf. But that combined with the higher high tides with the full moon phase, we're going to see some potential problems across the Marshall Islands with large surf, higher tidal levels. And so the larger the waves, the larger the surf, the more that water piles up on the reef, and then it has to drain out somewhere. And if it can't drain off fast enough, it piles up on the reef and then comes over low-lying land areas. And so Jalowit Atoll is right over here, and that runway extends northeast to southwest right about there. And so they had flooding on the ocean side, which is over here. So obviously that's not a north swell, that was more of a trade wind swell, but they're deep under the showers and thunderstorms this morning. So I'm waiting to get some more reports from hopefully WSL Madro, as well as the embassy and other folks that are tasked with emergency response and disaster preparedness, see what reports we get out of there. Another sad note is there is a multi-day search and rescue effort across the Marshall Islands. There was a sea ambulance that was transiting from Madro. They were aiming to go to Mili, which is about a 5 to 6 hour journey. Somewhere between this distance, the boat stopped responding and they were missing. And so the Coast Guard out of Hawaii, as well as assistance from Guam, they were unable to find the boat. But that boat was found over here in Jalowit Atoll. This is the ideal area with those trade winds pushing right into the atoll. They did find the boat a couple days ago, overturned on the beach, but the 4 people that were on the boat are still unaccounted for. And so they're probably presumed casualties at this point. Certainly a sad ending, and this happens all too often in the region. And so there's the importance of personal locator beacons, stuff like that. I can't underscore the importance to have those items if you're going to be traveling between the islands, so that if something happens, you can be found by rescuers. So we got to make them popular. We have to make those locator beacons great again.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, that's really, really sad. A tragedy, really. Folks lost at sea. And again, it was a sea ambulance, you were saying, right?
Correct. So they
Jeez.
were going to be doing work in Millie and just never made it.
Wow. Well, as modern as we get, you think that maybe somehow we could be free of those kinds of incidents, but you can never tame the sea, and you can't take it for granted. It's just, again, a tragedy that those four are presumed lost at sea. So. And also,
Yep.
I'm glad that we have a lot more land over here and a hospital so that we don't have to worry about all that stuff. Ooh, are those lightning strikes over there?
Yeah, those are lightning strikes over here. So I just put on the green lines, and these are the stream lines showing the wind flow at the surface. And so this is that cold frontal system. You have that low level circulation center up there, not a typhoon, not a tropical storm, but it's a wintertime storm system. And that cold frontal boundary comes all the way down here over near the Midway Islands, right about there, and it comes right down to Wake. But we do have some lightning strikes coming up. We also have a little bit of lightning strikes coming over China, well to the west. I'm trying to scoot the screen over, but over by Taiwan and China. So we do have a little bit of thunderstorm activity over there, but pretty quiet across our region. Just some spotty showers and nothing too violent or extreme weather-wise.
Yeah, I believe it's pronounced China. I think that's how it's pronounced.
With those accordion hands.
Yeah, there you go. That is awesome. Oh, what do you guys got lined up for the weekend aside from some great weather for us?
Man, I'm trying to figure that out. My dad is here visiting through the end of March, so this is his last trip to Guam before he expires. He'll be turning 79 next month, so we're gonna have a good time with him. But I'm trying to figure out plans, what to see and do out here. This is his 5th trip since Brandon and I came to Guam 15 years ago. So we're gonna have a good time. But I do also have some goodies. This is from the Pepper Palace. If you're ever in Lexington, Kentucky, they have the Pepper Palace at the mall there. We have the Jefferson City nuclear submarine. Their crew is coming to our office today for a visit. We've had a good relationship with them for the last couple years with their captain, talking water and marine weather safety and hazards following an incident they had here at the Navy base a couple years ago. And so we've had those good relationships. Captain invited Brandon to be on the submarine for a day excursion a couple weeks ago. And I was asking the crew, I said, what is the one thing you miss the most when you're underway? Because a lot of the life on the submarine reminded me of my time in Kwajalein. And they said condiments. Things
Really?
with seasoning, condiments. When you're underway, you're underwater for months on end, the food starts tasting like mush. So I got him a box of all these different condiments, spices, and seasonings. And we're going to deliver that to them today when they come over to our office. We have a meeting with the Red Cross. We have the new regional director from Hawaii. She's coming over here, as well as a new director from Guam. So we're going to have a meet and greet this morning. We have an all hands with the Weather Service region. That's coming up in 1 hour to figure out what's going on. And then a lot of catch-up work because we had our internet outage yesterday and I couldn't send emails. So it's going to be a busy day today, but it should be a fun and good day.
I mean, it sounds like working with the submarine is also catch-up work. You're talking about your condiments. Yeah. I know. This is not going to be great. That's exactly where I went to.
I like that.
Yep. I'll be here all week.
You ever hear the story of the mama tomato? She was walking down the sidewalk with her baby tomato, and the baby was lagging behind, and she said, "Catch up."
All right. I don't know. We may be tied for worst jokes of the morning. But that means we're probably tied for the best jokes of the morning, too, so I'll take it.
Oh, I got plenty. I had some come through the email this morning. It's always a great way to start the day.
Absolutely. Well, hey, I would say thanks so much for joining us today. And normally we do this earlier in the week, but I'm telling you, this week was wild. I'll talk to you offline about it and get you caught up.
I look forward to it.
Oh man, you are not prepared for what you're going to hear. You have no if you had nothing to do and you were just watching our show, if you had a good internet connection there in Guam, I'm telling you, you would be glued to the screen for what transpired so far this week. So it was good times. Sounds
exciting.
It was. So Anyway, thanks for joining us again. Our folks love seeing you on and getting us updated on everything that's happening in our region, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
Absolutely, and see you all next week.
All right,
have a great weekend.
You too. Have a great weekend. That's Landon Aylett. We get to see him every week. He's back in Guam. He's not traveling all over the world this time. So we get to hear more about what's happening in our region. And it looks like we've got a great weekend in store. Well, we do have a great weekend in store, but we got to tell you about some other places where you could go to have a great weekend, like Laddiebuilt 24-Hour Fitness. If you're not feeling good, you know what the best cure for that is? Going out and getting a good workout. And you can get that right down the street in CK at the CNMI's greatest spot.
Hey, I'm Coach Derek Cutting, the owner and founder of Laddiebuilt Fitness. So no matter who you talk to here at Laddiebuilt, everyone feels that they are part of a family, part of a group of like-minded people. No one feels judged. No one feels like they're being teased or picked on or looked down upon because maybe they don't know what they're doing. They could be brand new and have no idea what they're doing. They might be overweight or really skinny and feel very self-conscious about themselves. But at Laddiebuilt, nobody judges here. And if you ask anybody here that might be in better shape than you or even not, but has experience in the gym, they will gladly help you through a workout and teach you a few techniques that can help you. So Laddiebuilt organically from day one, since the boot camp era, has organically grown this fostered environment of community and being a safe place, but a strong work ethic community of people that want to get work done. All I can say is that I put my heart and soul into it from day one. I treated everyone like that at the boot camp from the very, very beginnings, and everyone at the same time would treat each other like that from the boot camp era as well. And as we grew, as we got into a brick and mortar facility, we got bigger and bigger. I feel like people definitely just take this place as a home, as like their brother and sisters are working out next to them, not their enemy or not their competitor, you know? So organically, it's just the vibe here is different. Everyone feels very, very comfortable, and I love the fact that it happened like that.
Paradise Dental's giving you the gas. Well, not that kind of gas. You already know that Paradise Dental has the most affordable coverage in the entire Marianas, and now we've got something special just for new customers. And now for a limited time, Paradise Dental is offering free gas vouchers for new signups for their coverage plan. If you sign up for a singles plan, you'll get a $10 gas voucher. If you sign up for a couples plan, that's a $15 gas voucher. And if you sign up for the whole family plan, that's a $20 gas voucher right after your first visit. So hurry down to Paradise Dental and sign up for the CNMI's most affordable dental coverage today. These gas vouchers are limited, and with smiles like these, you know they're gonna go fast.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. A day before a government shutdown deadline, Senate Democrats are refusing to go along with the Republican spending plan. Sagar Magani has details.
It's a last-ditch effort to derail a House-passed bill that does not put any limits on President Trump's and Elon Musk's bids to gut federal operations.
To just surrender to a partisan, destructive piece of legislation that would last for 6 months is unacceptable.
Cory Booker and Democrats are instead pitching a 30-day stopgap spending bill, but its prospects are slim in a GOP-controlled Congress, and it's unlikely Democrats will allow a shutdown.
They'll cave.
Texas Republican John Cornyn.
If it shuts down, it's not the Republicans' fault.
President Trump says he's willing to step into the talks.
If they need me, I'm there 100%.
Sagar Magani, Washington.
President Trump's threatening a 200% tariff on European wine, champagne, and spirits if the EU goes forward with the planned tariff on American whiskey. A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to rehire probationary workers let go in mass firings. And Lisa Dwyer reports the administration's asking the Supreme Court to allow restrictions on birthright citizenship to partly take effect.
District judges in Maryland, Massachusetts, and Washington have issued rulings that are blocking the executive order nationwide. The order would deny citizenship to those born after February 19th, whose parents are in the country illegally, and forbids U.S. agencies from issuing any document or accepting any state document recognizing citizenship for those children. Roughly 24 states, as well as individuals and groups, have sued, saying the order violates the Constitution's 14th Amendment. The Trump administration wants the justices to allow the order to go into effect for everyone except for those that sued. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
This is AP News. Seth Suchel now with the AP Markets Report.
Wall Street sank again following President Donald Trump's latest escalation of his trade war. The S&P 500 fell 1 4/10% Thursday, finishing more than 10% below the record high it set just last month. Professional investors call such a decline a correction. It's the first for the index since 2023. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 537 points. It's about 1 3/10%. The Nasdaq Composite lost 2%. Even a pair of encouraging reports on the economy showing better than expected readings on inflation and joblessness couldn't offset worries about escalating tariffs around the world. Treasury yields sank in the bond market as pessimism built about the economy. Seth Sutel, New York.
Inflation at the wholesale level eased last month, up 3.2% from a year earlier. Fewer Americans filed claims for unemployment benefits last week, and mortgage rates have edged higher. The average on a 30-year, 6.65%. I'm Ben Thomas, AP News. Thanks for listening.
March 14th, 1879. Physicist Albert Einstein, considered the greatest scientist of the 20th century, is born in Germany.
It is intelligence, which is the ability to learn from experience, to plan ahead. It includes the capacity to give up immediate temporary benefits for permanent ones.
1794. Eli Whitney receives a patent for his cotton gin, an invention that revolutionizes America's cotton industry. 1995. Astronaut Norman Thagard becomes the first American to enter space aboard a Russian rocket. And 1933.
Good night, you princes of Maine, you kings of New England.
Actor Michael Caine, whose movie roles include Alfie and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, is born in London. Also that same year, composer and conductor Quincy Jones is born in Chicago. He's best known for producing Michael Jackson's Thriller album and the song We Are the World. Today in history, March 14th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
Marianas. It is 8:09 in the morning. Now you're all caught up with your news from the Associated Press. You even got caught up with history on Today in History. Again, it's 8:09 out here in the cinema, and it's a beautiful day. 81 degrees outside. As anyone can tell you, that's a great day for the Marianas. And traffic is moving because, look, we've got traffic going in both directions. Holy smokes. We all growed up. The Marianas looking good. And you guys are too. Thanks so much for being here with us again for Good Morning Marianas. And getting a lot of messages from you guys about folks in different places. Some folks reacting to some of the stories that we covered earlier in the week and asking us to continue covering that stuff. Really, I'm telling you, interesting. Just got one that came in. Definitely asking to help support, I'm trying not to mention names and stuff like that, so I guess I'm just not gonna. But it's really neat how regional our show is becoming. People watching from all over the place. It's just a blast to be out here. Hold on, just checking this out. Yeah, I can't do it that late. But I tried to set up an interview that somebody, but it wouldn't be till like 11 o'clock for us. And with that ceremony that's going on at 10 o'clock, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it, but that would be great. One more thing before we get to the other one. Hold on, sorry. I got to pull this up. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see if this is officially launched yet. Because if it is, this is a big deal for you guys. We're ready to roll it out. Okay, so here we go. This is good stuff. So it's new. This is from Paradise Dental Spa, one of our sponsors who we love. We've been working with for months and months and months, almost since we started, which is really great. So check this out. This is the new thing. They're ready to roll out the new dental plan for the private sector employers. Now, again, this was just for the government before, but now this is available for private sector employers. And this is great. The same plan is there. It's the $4, $5, $6 cost as the government plan. But there are a few differences. The main one being that each one of the private employer groups got to get set up separately so they're able to enroll with the plan. But this is really cool. Do I have that available to read this out here? One sec. Let me pop this open. Oh, that's that's a different one. That's interesting though, but that's a different one. Hold on. I do have it. This is a big deal for us because we're a big fan of the folks over at Paradise Dental, because they do so many great things, and not just on the dental side too. They do stuff in the community all over the place. And here we go. Now I just need to make it bigger so I can see it. All right. So here's what it is. This is the big things. It's offered as a voluntary benefit at no cost to the businesses. Employee cost is $4 for an individual plan, $5 for a couples plan, and $6 for a family plan. That's the every other week payroll deduction. Can you believe it? That's great. It's the least expensive discount dental plan in the CNMI. Groups of any size are welcome. There's no minimum number of employees for them to do it. It's for the employers. It's really easy for them to administer. They only got to make one monthly payment, and they could do that through direct deposit or a check, along with the list of the employees that are enrolled in their plan. And it's Paradise Dental Spa, of course, one we know on Middle Road in Gualo Rye, the big orange building, can't miss it. And then again, it's the most affordable dental plan in the Marianas. So it's really easy for the employees. It's easy for you as a family member or the breadwinner to handle it. If it's only $4 for you, $5 if you're a couple, and $6 for the whole family every other paycheck, or every paycheck, like every other week, that's great. If you want more information about it, you can give them a call, 234-4040, or you can actually just check out their website. It's paradisedentalspa.com, and click on the insurance link at the top, and you can get all the information and benefits that your company's going to be interested in. Even better, though, if you go down there and talk to them yourselves, they are great. They're so easy to work with. They're a great... the place is great to relax on if you have to wait a little bit too. The couches that they have are so nice. You can fall asleep in them. And we were there during the playoffs also, shooting a commercial. But while we were there, they got a massive screen TV where I was able to watch the Bills play against not the Chiefs. That's when they beat the Ravens. I know that's really important for your dental plan. But for me, it was great to be there to be able to do that stuff. There's a whole lot of benefits to having a great dental plan for your employees, and they can walk you through it. But I mean, think about it. It helps you attract and retain the talent that are coming for you. It's cost effective. Better health means better productivity for your employees. It's going to make them happy, more enhanced employee satisfaction and engagement. It doesn't take a whole lot of work for you to do for having your company on this plan also. And again, it helps with employee retention. By the way, you're just going to love these folks. You're going to love working with them. And it's part of what I'm doing. I'm just working with the people I love. And that makes it easy. 234-4040. You can email them, paradisedentalsaipan@gmail.com. paradisedentalspa.com, or you can check out their website, paradisedentalspa.com. Paradise Dental Spa, they want to be your dental care provider. Let them do it. Check them out. All right. Well, let's move on a little bit and tell you more about the stuff that's going on here in the Marianas. Oh, man. Speaking of, you know how we were just talking about those nice prices over at Laddie Built, too? They do the same thing, where you can pay bi-weekly for your gym membership. You just have to pay that one big fee every month that you have to at any other gym. Over there, they let you do it like as every paycheck, like per paycheck pricing. Check them out down the street at Laddie Built 24-Hour Fitness, just down the road. They got all the newest stuff, and it is the newest place, so check them out. Our Congresswoman is on the move in Congress, trying to get more things for us. In fact, she's trying to get us involved in the Wagner-Payzer Act from 1933 to include the CNMI in federal employment programs and employment service programs. This is her first bill that she introduced. It's H.R. 1797, and the legislation ensures that workers in the CNMI receive the same employment assistance, job training, and labor exchange services currently available to folks in the 50 states, Puerto Rico, and Guam. Should be a no-brainer that this thing gets through because Guam's just next door and they're getting it. So I figure we're going to get this too. From the Congresswoman, she says, our economy is headed into unprecedented and difficult waters, and if we do not act now to prepare, we will find ourselves unable to weather the storm ahead. That's why her first piece of legislation is focused on making sure the CNMI workers have access to workforce programs and federal resources they need to prepare for an uncertain future and to find opportunities to stay here in the Commonwealth. And that's important. Keeping people here in the Commonwealth is a big deal. You've heard terms like brain drain and all that stuff. That does not help us when our economy is starting to slide, losing our talent. And there was a study that was done, commissioned by the governor's office, and it's not been published yet. But part of that study talks about the percentage of people that we lost. We have quite likely lost like 20% of our population over the last few years. Can you believe that? 20%? That made me take a sip of this. Oh, this was a good one. Yeah, 20%. And that is it's kind of a monster deal if we're losing that many people when our economy hits the skids like this. I remember when we had, the last time we had a big economic lull, if you will, I think it was like between 2006, 2008 era. And remember all the brownouts that we were having? CUC was faltering. I remember people griping about losing all their electronics. Like, this new generation has no idea. They might see like the flickering and complain about CUC, but they have no idea. They have no idea what it used to be like. I mean, we're talking like massive pieces of electronics that were just fried because our system, our grid was terrible, right? And our entire economy was terrible after that, after we lost the garment factories and all that. So back then, I remember little by little things were closing. And Carlene Regis, who was my coworker when we were working at the phone company at the time, around 2008, for the last straw for her was when the movie theater closed. Like, that was like, she was so excited when it did open here. And along with everybody in the community, like the new one, like where we have Regal now, that's the new one. I guess it used to be in CK over there by the post office. That was before my time. And then that was not a good theater from what I'm told. Like, there were rats, like they'd rustle past your feet. If you notice that there's popcorn on the floor in the movie theater, imagine if there was rats in the movie theater getting all that popcorn, getting all fat, maybe watching movies too, I don't know. But when the new one closed because of the economy, that was too much for her. And that was, everybody had their own red line and what it was that was the final straw that made people leave. But we lost a lot of people. We lost a lot of people back then. And it was sad to see folks go, like people that you know. And I didn't even grow up here. I was growing up here. And so it's been great for me to see people start to return and come back over the years. And now if we're starting to lose them again, it just kind of sucks. I mean, it's great for us that are still here to stick it out together and all that other stuff. But to see folks who are real qualified and talented leave our shores, leave their home to go somewhere else because they just can't cut it here anymore economically. It's a sad thing. And that was one of the things that our Congresswoman ran on. I mean, I guess everybody was, but about trying to do something to stimulate the economy. And at least this is one thing that could help potentially get our local workforce on even footing with folks just across the water over there in Guam. So looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to is the feasibility study that's being conducted right now by the Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority and their contractors to try to get us a ferry service. This is a big deal, a massive deal. If we end up getting a ferry service here, and we talked about it, I know yesterday, but I can't talk about it enough because it's such a big deal. If we end up getting ferry service between Guam and Rota, frickin' game changer. Massive game changer. If we get a passenger and vehicle ferry to take people between Rota and Guam, holy freaking crap. And we were talking about this last night too, by the way. Us old guys at the VFW shooting the chutes, right? And talking about like what an economic boom that would be for Rota. Everybody agrees. It would be just massive. And I mean, overall for the CNY, it would be great. But in particular, like the immediate impact, the economic boom that would happen in Rota, of course it would like blow up right away. It would be massive. And then it would calm down a little bit. But that calming down part is going to be still way better than where they're at today. Just a regular travel back and forth, people popping over for the weekend. Let's try something different. I mean, Rota would be a lot less sleepy. So it's interesting. This thing, I can't wait to see how this study shakes out. But I think they're going to be looking for all kinds of input. And if you're interested in sharing, if you are in the CNMI and you want us to get a ferry, maybe two, by the way, one between Saipan and Tinian. But if you would like to get something, or if you would like to get more information, you should reach out to COTA directly. You can give them a call at 664-2682. That's for COTA, Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority, 664-2682. There's some people who are saying that we don't need it. And they're saying that we don't need at least the passenger side. They only need cargo. Guys, I'm telling you, if you think differently, you need to send a message to COTA and let them know so that they are influenced by you and your voice and what you think about this stuff. You can send an email too. You can go right to the top. Now you can email their special assistant, Alfreda Maritita. And it's alfredac.maritita@gov.mp. Here, let's do this. I'm going to put this on here about the ferry in our comment section right now. So you can have that. Here we go. There you go. If you're interested in getting that ferry in Rota, like a roll-on, roll-off, that means you drive on, drive off ferry in Rota with passenger service too, right? So it wouldn't just be driving, but passenger and cargo service ferry between Rota and Guam. If you think it's a good idea, that's where you send your message right there. You can call or you can send an email. What this would do for Rota is just, it's so massive. I mean, if we just had this between Tinian and Saipan, it would be a massive deal for the CNMI, right? Imagine, Tinian folks, imagine not having to pay like $3,000 to bring your car over from Saipan if you bought it. right? I mean, just imagine. By the way, the cost of goods in Tinian would go down too. Like when you go to the store, you know, the first thing people are like, oh, they're going to stop shopping here. They're just going to go to Saipan. Well, yeah, for a lot of stuff. But if you need to run to the store to grab something, you're not running on a ferry to get over to, like people who just want to get a bite to eat don't just fly over to Saipan. No. This is for like all the stores in Tinian and all the stores in Rhoda, they would all have cheaper goods because the shipping prices would be so much lower. Surface travel. It's needed. I'm telling you, but that Guam to Rhoda, that's the big win. That's the one I would love to see here in the CNMI. Because everyone knows what it's like over there in Rhoda. It's terrible. I mean, Rhoda's beautiful. It's not a knock on Rhoda. But what they've been forced to deal with over the years with regards to all the shipping prices and all that, it's just strangling the life out of folks. It's terrible. All right. Well, I think we kind of worked that one all the way through. Yeah. All right. We are going to take another quick break. By the way, as a reminder, we're open for your phone calls all the time. The number is 789-2323, 670-789-2323. You can WhatsApp call. You can Messenger call. You could do all that stuff. Oh, we need to invest in our own airline. Holy crap, yeah, we do. I'd love for us to invest in the airline that we have that's here. Like, it would be cool if Star, since it's already here, ended up getting a jet, a regional jet. That would be pretty cool, too. To become I think it's pretty fancy to say I'm a propeller setter when I'm going from island to island, you know. Not everyone could do that. But it would also be cool if we had a bigger aircraft to where to where it's more affordable and more feasible to lower some of the fees to fly between the CNMI and Guam. That would be massive. Just getting a bigger aircraft. I mean, there's a good model that we have now that's not knocking what we have and all that, but I think having something that can accommodate more passengers to make those trips a little bit more economical. Who was I talking to? Oh, buy a used 747. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes, we'll get a gilded plane, a used 747. Okay, maybe not that big. That would be pretty cool. All right, you're talking about going. Sorry, I'm thinking of Guam. You're talking about like getting Japan and Korea and China. You know, getting all those flights. By the way, if we did have our own air service that could do the regional like that, we would have no problem getting scheduled service because we would be a U.S. carrier. We'd be able to fly back and forth to China, no problem. You could be the ground supervisor. Damn right. There you go, Tobot Castro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tobot Castro. I'm going to be your captain today as we fly from Saipan to Guangzhou. Looking at getting there in about 5 hours. Weather's going to be a little choppy. We're going to fly it up there at about 40,000 feet just to try to calm it down for you. Going to have a beautiful view of the sky. Got a good in-flight movie for you. We've got Fletch Lives. That's going to be on there for you. Also got something for the children. Going to have Shrek 19 will be on there. So make sure you enjoy the flights. And thanks. We know you have your choice of flying today with all kinds of different airlines. And we're glad you're flying Dan Airlines. I mean, I guess that's it. We need passenger drones. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? I like the idea of passenger drones because I've seen them. But I want to do like the adventure passenger drones. They give you, before you go, you're wearing the flotation device that was normally on the seat back in front of you. And you got to hold on. you are just holding on to a drone the whole way. Hopefully, you can't go too high to not. So if you fall, you're going to survive the fall. But you just keep going, and you got to hold on. And what would that? It's a zip line without the line. Zipway drones is going to be what it is to transport you between the islands. Now, and this could, by the way, if they could figure out something else, that could be how you get up to Tapachao, too. Avoid the traffic. I would take that to work. From home to office, zip error. We need NM Tech to teach airplane mechanics and pilots. That would be good. Remember they had where Count Marianas and Vapor Spot was over there above IT&E. They had, what was that? There was like, it was like Marianas Air or something. What was it called? They were teaching pilots, like an academy or something. I was skeptical about it, and it turned out, yeah, because it didn't seem to make sense. But if they did that at NM Tech, that would be great. It says, better be able to hold at least 300 pounds. I bought a chair that said 325 limit, and it broke on me, and I'm only 230. Are you sure you're 230? Tobot, that's the question. Are you sure you're 230? The chair said 320 and you said you're 230. Are you sure you're not dyslexic? That's great. Oh, Star used to offer that, teaching folks the mechanics and pilots. Yeah, so I believe, so that's one of the cool things about Star Marianas Air is that they get the pilots who are trying to get all their flight hours up. And that's why they're able to get a lot of folks out there. His watch says 2:30. His scale says 1 at a time, please. You guys are great. Just the best. Just the best. All right. Where are we at? No, all right. Man, tell you what, can't even really mention the names, but we got one of our friends who's going through it right now. And, man, I'll tell you, I already prayed for this guy. Good friend of ours. He moved off island and with his family, and they're doing great stuff. I'm being real vague about it, but he's going through some stuff. Just got surprised out of the blue, some heavy cancer stuff, and it is just devastating. And we're hoping that he gets through it like a champ. And just got a message from one of our mutual friends who's in contact with him. Ah, my gosh. All right. Not at all getting distracted by it. All right. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to hit you with all this stuff first, but it's certainly interesting. Yeah, I can't share that stuff with you. Dang it, man. Some stuff I can't share with you guys. It's really juicy that's coming in right now. All right. All right. When are we getting an interview with some politicians? Great question. We actually reached out to Kimberly King-Hines' office about trying to get an interview with her on the show while she's here now. So that's a big deal. So we are trying to get her in studio with us during her visit this time. So hopefully we'll be good to go. And we'll have her in next week. That's the big hope. I don't have the date set, but that's the ask that we have with the office. And we're just waiting to find out when they're going to be able to put that together for us. So good times, good times. All right. What else is going on in our world here? The federal stuff is crazy. The international stuff is crazy. I think we were going to take a break, and I didn't. So let's do that. We're going to take a real quick break. All right, and I'll send that back to these guys. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of our local stuff. How did I not take that break? And don't tell me, spill the tea. Oh, Jerry, I'll tell you what. I would like to. I can't. I can't. Send me a message, and I could. Send me a message. Maybe I could tell you then. All right. But I can't do all that stuff now. Some of it I just can't. All right, guys, we're going to be back. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll have more with what's happening here in the Marianas and around the world. And again, remember, our lines are going to be open for you. So you want to call and chat it up a little bit. 789-2323. I'll tell you what, we're going to give away some beer when we come back. I'll tell you more about it after this.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Is built. We lead by example, persistence to build. Be the inspiration, they witness approve. We do what we do by the rules in the book. We be a lottie where discipline and vision is built. We lead by example, persistence to build. Be the inspiration, they witness approve. We do what we do by the rules in the book.
It's a great day to be up 3-0. I'll tell you that. It probably is not great to be down 3-0. I'm Brad Rosala, and I'm the owner for Commonwealth Communications.
And I am Jojo Alipuzu. I am the owner of Island Image and Ocean.
And this is our joint venture, Sideline Studios. This whole concept that we have of doing all these live stream productions and covering news and doing live shows and everything, it wouldn't happen if we didn't have a great partner like IT&E, someone who can handle the bandwidth and provide it and then get us what we need when we need it and then be a real partner for us for all the events, whether we're doing live sporting events, broadcasts. All of these things happen because of our partnership with IT&E.
With IT&E providing us with the fiber and point-to-point and even the MBRs, is just a great piece of equipment to use when we're broadcasting our sports, our events, our performances, especially our cultural performances. And it's just great to share our culture here in the Marianas with the world. And IT&E has been there from the get-go.
The thing I like best about working with IT&E is how willing they are to come out and find a solution. Even for Liberation Day, we thought we had a pretty good solution for our live stream setup, and it turns out that we did not have the right setup that we thought we needed. That day, just before the parade, reached out to Paul and said, here's our situation. What do you think? He's like, we're going to figure this out. While he's sitting there barbecuing, getting ready for the parade to start, he starts burning up the phone lines, calling everybody in IT&E, what can we do, what's the right solution. They left their families to do this stuff and get us the equipment that we needed to broadcast live. That's over and above. That's on a holiday. That's when he was out there spending time with his family.
That's why IT&E is just the best, just really in touch with the people and the community.
I recommend IT&E to everybody. Tell them the options are there, and you can choose whoever you want and then figure out what you think is the best. But when you're ready, when you're tired of having your calls disconnected or not having service, then you reach out to the guys from IT&E.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Best commercial ever. Best commercial ever. In a world of marketing and advertising where the name Brad is usually not awesome, that commercial is. Good morning, Marianas. It is 8:40, and it is Friday. And boy, do we have a lot of fun lined up for the rest of this show. Well, we're having fun because I got beer. Who wants some beer? Connie's got one. She still needs it. But do you want some beer? Yes. Send us a message. Let's see, what message do we want? To get you your beer. Or should I just do a trivia question? All right, this one's really easy. This is the easiest way. Well, it's not the easiest, but it's an easy way. This is so you can get a free bucket of beer at Last Shot Bar in CK. If you haven't been there, you're missing out. If I didn't have a soccer game tonight, I would say, let's go there, Tobot, right after. But maybe we can go there after the soccer game. That might not be a bad idea. We have had some late nights over there. Oh, man, I got the race in the morning, too. Oh, I'm going to be hurting. All right, so this is it. I'll take it. We'll give away two. One for a phone, one for a message. So the first message to tell us what pie is, you get a free bucket of beer. I'm telling you, in the comments, on the NMI News Service page. NMI News Service page. I'm ride or die till 7 p.m. That's awesome. NMI News Service page on our comments right now. Tell us what's pie. And I'm not talking the one you eat. And you don't have to give us a crazy amount of digits. I'm cool with 3. Raffle a case of soba or a sack of rice. By the way, there is a sack of rice going on. Did we tell you? We didn't do it on the show, but we did post it. There you go, Joshua Gray. There you go, Joshua Gray getting a free bucket of beer over at Last Shot Bar. It's a free bucket of beer. It's in cans, and it's going to be cold, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be for you. Drop me a line, and we'll get this to you. Because we're going to be leaving here to go to the kiosku for the 10 o'clock. Otherwise, they'd say just come here and pick it up. But if you don't already have my number, or just message me, and we'll arrange for you to pick it up. All right? So Joshua Gray, there you go. The other one, so the message one is done. Next person who gives us a call can get it. The other bucket of beer for Last Shot Bar. It is 789-2323. Give us a call for your free bucket of beer. Who is it? Oh, it's you. We're taking it for the next caller. 789-2323. And if you WhatsApp call it, that'll work too. 670-789-2323. So, Joshua, we got this one for you, and we got another one for our first caller. So, ring away while I grab a pen. Oh, I'm totally blaming my wife for this. By the way, she may have given me my pen back, so I might not be able to blame her. But I had a pen. Oh, we got a caller coming in. Hold on one second. Holidays on to your road. Thanks for calling the show. Who's this?
Eric Walker.
Eric! Thanks for calling.
Good morning, Brad.
Hey, I hope you're thirsty. I hope you're thirsty.
I am.
All right. Hey, Eric, so we've got a free bucket of beer from Last Shot Bar for you, and we'll be happy to get it to you. Do you know where we're located? You know where our studio's at?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if you're free today, come check us out. We're probably going to leave here at about 9:30, so or so. So if you can make it at that time, that's great. If it's going to be later, no problem. Just send us a message just to let us know that you're on the way, and we'll get that for you.
Okay, we'll do. I appreciate it, Brad. Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling, and thanks for commenting, and thanks for watching.
No problem. I enjoy it. Keep your show up. I really appreciate it. It's a wonderful show. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, congratulations.
Thank you. All right, likewise. You have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, that's
Bye-bye.
Eric Mopnas. He's the other winner. So we had two winners. We have two winners for the free bucket of beer. So you're going to be able to meet Travis and Shai in person over there. Last Shot Bar in CK. It's the perfect party corridor where you can work out, get all buff at Laddie Built, so that when you go into Last Shot Bar, you're like all swollen walking around. And then play your cards right. Might have to take your new friend that you meet at the bar next door to Surfrider Hotel. And if it really works out, you wake up in the morning, you take them to breakfast over at a Great Harvest. Or at least you can just grab something as you're slipping out the door. All right, so Joshua Gray, Eric Mopnas, congratulations. You guys have each won a bucket of beer from Last Shot Bar. Naughty Friday, no kidding, right? Let me get that event thing on here because I do have that image that I want to get to you guys. We did talk about it. It's for Rhoda, though. The one that's going on this week is for Rhoda. Let me make sure that I got it under the events tab here. Nope, that's the food drive. That's different for sure. And I know we made the post. Oh, that's all right. So let me just go to the post that we made on the page. In the meantime, we can give you a reminder about the Rotaract Rumble gaming tournament that's going to be taking place on March 22nd over there at Saipan Vegas. Upstairs. It's going to be at Marv's Kitchen over there at Saipan Vegas. I've not been there yet. I need to go and check it out. It seems like it's going to be pretty cool. And, Rotaract, they do a lot of things in the community, and this is going to help them do that as well. Hold on, let me scroll back down to the Rice-a-thon. Rice, baby. There it is. It is going to be tomorrow, March 15th at the... Well, hold on. That's not the gaming tournament. I'm talking about the rice thing. This is in Rhoda. Tomorrow, residents in Rhoda can get a sack of rice. That's right, same thing. 1 50-pound sack of rice. It's going to be a drive-through, just like it was in Tinian and Saipan. No walk-ins or walk-ups allowed. Supplies limited and available for distribution on a first-come, first-served basis or while supplies last. To receive one, residential households must present a valid government-issued ID that matches the account name or a copy of the most recent utility bill from the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation. Is there a different utility that they'd be getting over there? It says if a residential homeowner with a CUC account is unable to attend the event, they may designate an authorized representative to collect 1 sack of rice on their behalf. To do so, homeowner has to provide an authorization letter specifying the designated person, along with a copy of valid ID issued for both account holder and the authorized representative. Businesses, rental property owners, and landlords are not eligible to receive the rice. Motorists are asked to start at the west. Here, we'll give you this this image of it. Oh, geez, is that as big as we can make it? That's what she said? Okay, thanks. Hold on. That's in keeping with the theme today, that's for sure. Let's see if I can't pull this up pretty easy for you. Facebook, right? That's it. Boom. This is what it's going to look like for you guys over there in Luluta. It's going to be up there in the village by the Aging Center. You can see where it's at. The line's going to start on whatever road that is. I don't know what it's called, but it's right out there by the Aging Center. Everybody knows that area if you live in Rhoda. It should be really easy to get. You see, they're going to want you to take the long road around, just one big loop, so that you come in and go through the driveway, just a big assembly line. And if you want to get more information about it, you can contact the mayor's office at 670-532-1346. That's the mayor's office, 532-1346. You know, they should be working. You guys want to call them? Let's call them. I don't think I've ever called the mayor's office on the show. And let's just, maybe we did, but we'll ask him this time around.
Morning, PIO. How may I help you?
Hey, PIO. Hey, this is Brad Rosala with NMI News Service here in Saipan. How are you?
Good. You?
Not too bad. Yeah. Hey, we're on the show for Good Morning Marianas, and we're telling people about the big rice distribution plan for tomorrow.
Okay. Let me see if I can get my supervisor to speak with you about it.
Okay.
Can I get your name?
Yeah, Brad Rosala.
Brad. Oh. All right. Hold on 1 second.
You got it. See if they've got some hold music. I mean, if you figure it's going to be Rhoda hold music, you take like maybe Frank Pogonco.
Day Austin speaking. How may I help you?
Yeah, hey, this is Brad Rosala from NMI News Service in Saipan. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
Great. Hey, we're on right now on Good Morning Marianas, and we were talking about the big rice distribution that's happening tomorrow. And I want to call you guys to just get a little more information on how everything's going to work out.
So the rice distribution will be held at the Rhoda Aging Center, our Manamco Center here in Sinapalu 1. It will start at 8 a.m. and it's just basically going to be like a drive-through service for drive-through pickup service.
It's great. Go ahead. Yeah, and so I saw it was going to be a first-come, first-served basis. Did they? Do you know how many sacks of rice that you guys are going to be able to distribute?
I am not. Well, I do not have the number right now of how many rice sacks were delivered to the island.
Okay, but it's going to start tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be at the Manamco Center in Sinapalu 1. And we got the map on the screen right now to show people that loop. Where do you want people to start lining up, and can you describe that road a little bit?
It will be a loop. Our office will be putting out a route for how the layout is going to be later on today.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anything, they can follow the Rhoda Public Information Office Facebook page, and we can the routing for the distribution will be posted on there.
All right, we are putting your Rhoda Public Information Office link in our comment section right now, so people can, if you're looking for it, they'll be able to click on it really nice and easy for you.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
You got it. Hey, anything else new and exciting happening over there in Rhoda?
Yes, next week we will be holding our Gelita Festival, our 7th annual Gelita Festival. From March 21st to the 22nd, we're hoping to see a lot of visitors from off island.
Oh yeah, what are some? That's going to be pretty big. So, what are some of the activities that you guys have planned?
So we have a guided tour scheduled for the festival, where you guys are going to be visiting places like the Tagastone Quarry, Pictograph Cave. We're also going to be having a ceremony and some exhibitions like Chamorro medicine demonstration, cooking demonstrations, Bazogu necklace and bracelet making, Batu. It's like a horseshoe game. We have Pasmu oil demonstration, banana and sand painting, sling demonstration and practice. We're also going to be having a sling competition, and many more exciting things.
Man, that sounds
and it's
great.
going to be at the Rhoda Roundhouse from March 21st to the 22nd.
Wow, that sounds like it's going to be a real exciting weekend.
Yes, we're hoping to see a lot of visitors and our local people would like to come out and enjoy the festival.
Yeah, so now I know when things aren't going on, usually a lot of things close up like around 8 o'clock. Do you think that some of the places are going to be open a little bit later during that weekend?
We hope so. Hopefully, the businesses do choose to open later, so that way some of our visitors and our people alike can visit the stores.
All right. Well, great. I'll tell you what, we're going to be wrapping up the show in a little bit. I'm going to call you guys back to try to exchange some contact info with you. And then hopefully we can get the mayor on the show next week to promote the event a little bit.
Oh, yes. That'll be so good.
Well, awesome. Well, have a great day. I love it over there in Rhoda. You guys are the best. You guys helping making me fat every time I go there.
Yeah, hope to see you here.
All right. Well, have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. What was your name again?
My name is Austin Regis from the Rhoda Mayor's office.
All right, Austin Regis. Thanks for all the info, and we'll be calling you back right after we wrap up the show. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, you heard it from Austin Regis from the Rhoda Mayor's office. That it's going to be a real easy first come, first serve setup. They're going to have the staff from the mayor's office going around and putting everything out. So tomorrow morning it starts at 8 o'clock, the rice distribution on Rhoda at the Monamco Center. And next weekend will be the big event, the Galita Festival, where they're going to have all kinds of activities going on. I don't think you'd want to miss that at all. We'll see if we can't get down there to cover it. Oh my God, there's so much going on next weekend too. Oh, all right. Well, it's going to be good. All right. Well, if you want to get more information about things that are happening in Rhoda, they've got the Rhoda Public Information Office has its own Facebook page. We put the link to it in the comments, and it'll be your home for info. Anyway, guys, that's about what we've got wrapped up for you. We've got a bunch of, I want to say congratulations to our winners, Joshua Gray and Eric Mopness. You guys each won a bucket of beer from Last Shot Bar in CK, and I hope you guys have a great time enjoying those. And, you know, it's a great spot. The folks who run it, Travis and Shai, are just the best. If you can't get along with those guys, you just better stay home because they're just awesome. All right, guys, that's it for us. We're going to be back again next week to cover all this kind of stuff that's happening in the Marianas. We got a bunch of coverage that we're going to be doing over the weekend, and then we're going to come at you with both barrels blazing Monday morning for another edition of Good Morning Marianas. Remember, if you've got news tips and you got things that you want us to cover or want us to know about, send us a message so we can get it and get coverage for you. We're going to do our best to do all that kind of stuff. And, man, I guess that's just about it. I mean, that's what we've got for today. Love doing this show. Love doing the news service and providing all this stuff to you. If you're interested in advertising for your agency, please contact us. Whether it's your agency, your company, if you've got an ad out there, if you guys are doing RFPs, if you guys are looking for classified stuff, you name it, we could do all that kind of stuff here for you now. And a great deal with a lot of exposure. So that's going to be it, though, for us today. I'm ready to get ready. I got to call the mayor's office, and then after that, we're going to go to the kiosk. We're going to bring that to you live. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting us, and we'll see you guys a little bit, about an hour with all that. So thanks for tuning in. Good luck to all the Little League kids. Little League Baseball starts tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Good morning, Marianas. So many things we got to discuss. Happy day, Tirawamian greetings to Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. For all your island news, from a beautiful place with the civic views. It's always so much fun. Oh, good morning, Marianas.